I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Please, don't look at me.
I have a lot on my mind.
Hey! Yes? There might be, but it's not a path I tread until we must. Let it wait until the city proper. Perhaps I'll have had a better idea by then.
You wish to consult me?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brainquakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Indeed. Duke Stelmane, or as I knew her, Melin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed, though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. astute as ever. You think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. Belin thought the same at first. You are wrong. Feeling is vital to the pursuit of anyone's goals, even a mind flayer's. Like you, mind flayers know fear. Like you, we crave recognition. But unlike you, unlike the others of my kind, I am no slave to either. My end is and always has been freedom. Belin understood this. Belin became my freedom. I am glad you were able to learn something. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus.
Darling?
Naughty, 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 little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For she who fights with monsters should look to it that she herself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected, and that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may reinherit yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are?
I brought my own pairing knife.
Hey. That's a heavy weight. I know you can carry it, but it's heavy all the same. You are so much more than your parents. You're more than the affliction that wants to consume you. I love you. And I know you'll choose your destiny and choose it well. You will, won't you? Yes?
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days. I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells! A pulse-born! Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show, you should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, I didn't realize you and I were so alike. I felt paralyzed to do anything about Cazador for so many decades. I gave up on myself. I gave up on any hope of escape after a few lashes. Mal controls you in much the same way. I don't know how you could beat him, but I do know this. You must try. The half-life of a mind-addled slave is worse than death. Don't become his. I wouldn't live another century as one for all the moonstones in Everesca.
Inconceivable that we would seek release from one tadpole only for you to commune with another. But make no mistake, I can see the change in you, feel the parasite worming its way through you even further. You have invited your own misery. I will not break our alliance for it, but I will not condone it. I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes, and altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose.
Well met. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. Hells. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's ward. One of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while. I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black, black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak, could only run. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter there, prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what. It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing, rest. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
You wish to consult me? Tell me, or show me. My mind is open to you.
Exposed to the limitless horror of your dreadful imagination, Minthara's mind buckles, snaps, and then burns hot. She absorbs every detail, whether memory or dream, and drinks deep of them. You sense a desire in her equal in strength to your darkest urge.
Elgahor, Doktak, Slayer. There are many names for you, and all of them inspire dread. You are exquisite. I know. We must find the Temple of Baal, slaughter Orin, and claim your inheritance.
Vlaakith's words have set Lae'zel's mind, it seems. I would not wish to be the one that the Lich Queen unleashes her upon. You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
So, the devil himself is pursuing the crown. As for whether it's truly the crown Carcias forged, well, I think it's safe to assume we shouldn't take anything Raphael utters at face value. We must claim the crown of Carcias for ourselves, before anyone else does. Who knew Vlaakith and Mystra would have so much in common? Both set on flinging their followers towards destruction without so much as deigning to justify it. Lae'zel's devotion is impressive, but if she's not careful, it will be fatal. Gods consider mortals like us a cheap token to trade in for their desired outcomes. At least in my experience. Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity. Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, it's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left behind a letter, as thou doth know. Hast thou other business? Dost thou require a new ally?
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the shadow, I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. You're too modest. I wager you don't even know how extraordinary you truly are. But I do. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. I still have hot blood in my veins. Nature gifted us our desires and the means to act on them. But we muddied its beautiful simplicity with rules, social strictures, clothes. So, I am not bound to nature. I am unbound in nature. I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars, and I think you feel the same way. You saw to my needs here in camp with the care of a lover, not a host. But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more. I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge. Better to have tried and failed.
It is the smell that strikes you first. Spiced ceremonial oils cut through with the copper tang of blood. In the candlelight, Zevlor might almost be sleeping, but his empty eyes stare, his lips slack around a curl of parchment, poking through like a yellowed tongue. A message.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean. I want to wash it away. All of it. I have an idea, but I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go, down the coast a little. This will do. Get in the water. My feet aren't touching the bottom anymore. It's terrifying. Do people really... You know, you didn't need to wait until I was in the water to hold me. Come here. Thank you. I did that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah. I don't want to go back. Not just yet. Now don't you dare stop.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging.
Want to dance?
No one stopped me yet. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Come on, let's go.
I've got a long road ahead.
I hope Zevlor rests in the softest, sweetest peace possible. He deserved more than he got. What's on your mind? Go on. Oh, yes. It's a good old life, isn't it? If you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy? Couldn't have said it better myself.
Who's next?
Let's get on with it.
Good to be alive.
Can't give up now. My faith protects me. At least things have stayed interesting. There is work to do.
What now?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Don't waste a step.
Sorry.
Sorry, sweetheart.
You can stare as much as you like.
Our vow to keep one another safe.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work. Life is prosperous. I'm much happier kissing the many lips of the surface than tending a field or manning a shop.
Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
Menzoberranzan love magic. A formidable practice, usually only reserved for pleasing the most insatiable matriarchs in the City of Spiders.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement. We want both of you, silly. At the same time.
There's an idea. If you're comfortable sharing, so am I.
Charming.
There must be a sprinkling shower of gold first. Coin.
Let's go. This is thrilling.
Sorry. That'll be.
I had no less than 2 maidens and a bachelor clawing at my door the very next day.
It will when you've met the Drow.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Look, you didn't sign a treaty permitting you to march a warband through my lands. You paid for sex.
I'd love to, thanks. On my way.
All right, what now?
Quite the merry little party we have assembled here. Shall we? I hope you're not afraid of the dark, my darling. I must snuff out the lights before we begin. It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy.
The lady, Nim, moves your hand to where the clasps of her blouse lie.
You know, I had a dream just like this once.
I'm surprised you needed the two of us for this to happen, but I am so glad it has.
Oh, Empyrean High Priestess, let us worship at your altar.
The Drow siblings fall to their knees in mock prayer towards Shadowheart, lavishing caresses over her thighs.
I could get used to this.
The night skips on, filled with fantasies Shadowheart seemed all too primed to suggest.
Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You've exhausted me already.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm. In the city's chaos, with Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted. Oh? Not feeling any regrets, I hope? I'm glad. I feel the same way. Though I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that. But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles. Of course. Just the one?
On my way.
What's on your mind? Go on. I was hoping you'd say that. Sparks.
You wish to consult me? A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind?
Such a prude. Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone is your rest is correct. When you've met the drought. Oh, Father, give me strength.
Let's march!
breathing, despite everything. Not over, then through. Still alive, so that's progress.
Hey! Sounds boring. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Have to keep going. I need a moment for the two of us.
Precious little Baal there. Lead on. Someone there?
Time to rest.
Don't touch me.
Brothel, pleasure house, den of decadent delight.
Watch the shadows.
What does it feel like?
Don't worry. Everyone is Ceres's caress is a...
Let's crack it open.
Let's move.
Lovely. And nice. Oh.
What now? This way. A little small talk.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm. soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait. I know you. Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
Looking ahead. Moving ahead. I should speak up.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver. How can I help it? I don't regret its death, but I marvel that such a work of art could ever live.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens, and your heart skips a beat.
As am I. My thanks are as bountiful as your courage. Take these. May you have some comfort in bitter times. Be well. Be beautiful. One moment, forever emblazoned on my memories. I won't soon forget it.
Better not be cursed.
Look at you!
Are you? Price? Did you see how far that was?
You told me the armor was involved.
It was! With good armor, it's hard to find. You tried to climb up one, you madman! Where to dinner with your folks?
You are not wearing armor. Didn't you climb on that?
Stop! Inhale through the nose. Now you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest incense. Delicious, no? Aren't they just You clearly have. What can I do for you, sir? I must say, I'm rather proud of it. The wood panelling cost a fortune, but it's so worth it for the luxe atmosphere. Everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing. Be sure to savor.
Careful, I bite. Simple.
Let's get going. That's a friendly-looking shadow. Breathe deep and move. Free for the taking. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash invented?
Armor to look my mother and father.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Personal invitation from Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
I've been seeing the fleeches and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Hell, not this again.
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
wanted the easy path.
I mean, to try.
Still alive, so that's progress. Seems like a good moment to talk.
What are you? Wait. I know you. Jar.
Your head.
Yes, here.
Let's end this. On my way.
Hells. I'd heard, but no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. How could...
The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flare is no mere curiosity.
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine. But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be? You are more than powerful. An emperor to emperors. Your head adorned with a crown of gold, diamond, and ruby. The heavens tremble with the steps of your army. All beasts, all men and women, all creatures of the plains bow to your might.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
Moving in.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Which means we're getting a real room.
Actually,
Yes, darling, it's very leather-like.
No, he merely offered patronage. The Gondians built the
Well,
stage.
we're shopping for a suit.
Yes, but they were...
Dinner with my parents, remember? Very well.
Now you've just sampled. What can I do? The wood, everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing. Be
So, my body burned like a...
And
Better not be cursed.
Careful, I bite. A crooked touch. Go.
No time to rest. Best be on my way. I want to have a word.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Philip,
Game. Playing. One she can win.
Trust no one. Let's keep to the shadows. On the hunt.
All right, what now?
Please, just
I have to keep going.
I'm not telling you about Raphael's sex life.
New guy. Trouble.
Someone with all the power of the nine hells.
Seen sense yet? Raphael's still waiting.
Stepping softly.
There's food shortages. Good. Rationing, and we can't eat anything to chance.
Taking charge of your pleasurable destiny.
It'll make you feel better. Then fine.
Don't mind if I do.
Halt, oppressor! I am reclaiming the victuals in this basement for the good of ratkind. Are you not? Well, you aren't one of us. You lot hoard your delectable riches while my brothers and sisters starve. We will, and we don't need your permission.
On my way. Leave no trace. Quick step.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Can't slow down.
In a word, sir.
If it ain't broke, it's 'cause we already helped you fix it.
No, he merely offered patronage. The Guardians.
Halt!
The what?
Welcome. Allow me to...
A personal invitation from Gortash.
Very glazed up.
Shouldn't have any more trouble from the guard.
Even hurt.
Is expecting you.
In trouble. Don't like it.
You're not being paid to like it. If I were you, I'd focus on my own health.
Not this again.
Watches to theirs.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun. Go on up. Pay Gort.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Was someone there?
Still breathing, despite everything.